Alrighty, welcome back to Stationeers. Excuse me while I get the frog out of my throat. Gonna go back to Venus and hopefully get to a stable point where I'm not dying of thirst repeatedly. So, if you were unaware, last time I technically did fail. I did die of thirst and I cheaped out. I put I'm about to drop dead here. A respawn point in my garden area. Because, to be honest, I am sick of restarting. Oh, there we go. The Venus save. But I got to. I think I got to like day 50 before I started croaking. So, yeah, staring at my dead body. Why? Huh. Why is my skull damaged? Well, I mean, maybe that's kind of too broad of a question, but yeah. Alright. So, last episode, we tried to get the water sorted out, and we did okay. We are starting to have the process. Oh, I left that on, that's cool. So let's see, on that side it is 40 degrees, still a little warm. Gonna let it cool down. In here it's 34. And of course the temperature's up in here because I've been dumping some air into here. But, oh well. Huh, okay. So do that. Turn on the vent, suck it in. Do that. And let's go about a couple of things. Now, one thing I realized is I would probably like to do some IC10 controls on a couple things. Which doesn't mean I need steel for that, but let's look at IC10 chip steel. If I had any steel, it'd be probably in the auto lathe, which it is. Okay. And also, I figured out that blast mining actually is pretty effective, albeit scary. Okay, nothing in there, so we can bloop bloop. So, IC10. Wow, that actually requires a lot of gold. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. So we got steam. Yeah. Yep. Okay, there we go. So we are processing the steam. And, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to work on the spaghettiness of the system. 120 degrees, 37, so we are cooling. So this is actually working pretty well. This really shouldn't work as well as it does, but the evaporation is cooling it like it should, but then I'm dumping it right back in. But the heat exchanger is dumping it to the O2. And all that. So, good all around. Okay. Yeah, okay, so what do I need? I probably, before I forget, I should actually print off a couple of carbon dioxide filters. So I need to go do some mining. What do I have for daylight? Can't tell where the shadows are. And there we go. So we are carbonized. Alright, empty the waste tank. There's the oxygen tank, which I did shut that off because I am dumping lots of heat into the oxygen. One thing I did want to do was to put a circuit on my Stirling and have it shut off the pumps and stuff as needed. Who am I trading with? Stellar Steam. Okay. So with the gas trader. And looks like I've got one mining charge left. And I don't understand why some of this stuff's getting damaged. Speaking of which, probably need to repair my solar panel. Are you still processing? You are done processing, so spit you out. Okay. Now I'm going to real quick run outside and repair the solar panel, because I'm sure it needs it. That's the first time I actually had trouble getting out of the oh, there's a... Okay, that's interesting. There's actually a storm going on, believe it or not. Okay. Okay, storm ended. Well. Alright. So the idea would be turn that thing off when there's nothing going on. No reference. Huh. That's always a good sign. Okay. There we go. No. Okay. That's my oxygen filter. Might as well check that. 68. Volatile. And we'll go ahead and turn you off. So one thing I do need to be aware of is the temperature here. There is a lot of oxygen in there. Kind of tempted to do this. That might actually be, you know, I was going to say that's all right, except now that I got even less there, I really need to throw some extra volume in there. Which, I mean, that would do the trick. Aha, even better. That would work even more better. I'll do that. And here we go. There we go. That should have dropped the pressure rather substantially. Yeah, okay. So now I can turn this on, and then turn this on, and this should be filling up. This, of course, is going to be going up in temperature until the oxygen in this network is removed. Wonder if it's because of the pressures are so high. 406 mole. Doesn't really feel like it's moving. I almost want to put a outlet on that. But I bet you this is already done. Okay. Take my very careful route so I don't blow my face up. Grab that. So now I've got some charcoal to go into the furnace. Okay. And once that is volatile free, okay, that looks like a pretty substantial loss, I would imagine. That's not even on, so 57 moles out of a stack of biomass, right? I should have a heck of a lot more than that, I would assume. So I burned a lot of that off. Whew, I burnt a lot of that off. Okay, good to know. So since that's empty, dump that. 128, 70, okay. So this should actually come back with some more steam. Oh wow, that is really high pressure because of the combustion. Okay. I didn't even look at the pressure. Well, let's do this. There we go. Should be happier now. So I think it would be prudent to actually set up a spot to handle this stuff. Speaking of prudent, I never turned the mixer on. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to wait? I may want to wait. Because I'm still dumping a lot of heat into this. I'm trying to dump... Wait a second. Oh, okay, two sides. So I'm trying to cool the volatiles, and I'm trying to cool the water. All right. I don't know. Maybe I should consider...
Air tank low.
Yep, air tank low. I should consider... I'm going to need to make steel here eventually. Which I'm actually almost there. I'm really close. Okay, there's the steel that I want anyway. What do I got? One frame, one sheet. Steel sheet frames. 5 frames isn't a whole lot to work with. Can't go up to 10. Let's go up to 7. Steel sheets. Did I not grab the steel sheets? I did not grab the steel sheets. The other thing I need to do is figure out just how quickly I go through oxygen, because that would be a very important number to know as well. I would love to have an arc welder too. That would just be great. But alas, it's not in the cards. Okay. How are we doing? We're still blue over there. Good. Air tank. Temperature 319. That's okay. Alright. I will go ahead and turn that on. Can I go? Let's stay just a little bit above. Oh man, that makes it another. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess I probably should see about dumping. I should probably just dump the pollutant or throw that into a tank. I could throw it in a tank at Venus atmospherics level. Probably without worry. Yeah, I might do that just to store it so I can suck it in and use it elsewhere. I could probably do that. So, we are coming down in temperature, but you know what? I'm going to cut the thermal load so I can bring this down to a temperature I can breathe, fill up that tank, because I'm going to need to go outside. How am I doing on... I might be able to do it. Atmospherics. Gold. I have enough gold. I could actually make a couple of these, but I don't want to. Pollutant. And... yeah.
Hydration critical.
Oh, hydration critical. Cool. Pollutant. Oh, yeah. So as long as it's above 152 degrees, which is not a problem whatsoever outside, that'll work. There we go. There's that. Pollutant. I'll do 2 of those. And then pipe. Drop. Actually, what do I have here? Ooh. Nickel, silicon. Throw some of this stuff in here. Just for safekeeping. That'll free up a little bit of space. It's probably a tool and not an ore. Yeah, that's right. That's fine. Okay, so there's the atmospherics kit. There's the pollutant filter. Where's the second one? Or did it? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then let's just make some pipe. Because we'll need some of that too. Oh. And that. Really need a stacker. You know, quite frankly, that might be enough. But I also need to go outside, which means I need air. And we are... oh. That gets me every time. That gets me every time. Okay. How is my oxygen? Oxygen is technically breathable. Barely. You know, it's funny, I left that on for no need. I'll go throw that charcoal in. Singing pipes. Which is why I want to dump. Dump some heat. She's singing like a canary. Love how obnoxiously loud it is. Yeah, it's got some valuable stuff in there I don't want to dump. So, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I'm going to throw that there. What else can I can probably leave the mining backpack for now because I'm not going to do anything with it at the moment. The insulated tanks mean nothing also. And then this and this. Throw it in here and make some insulated pipe. That way I can get the where I need to go with the atmospherics kit. Just so I'm not reheating this. Really not understanding where that oxygen is really coming from. But, whatever. I think I need like 10 of these. Maybe slightly more. And another thing, what can I leave behind? Guess I could leave the tablet behind for now. Okay, 30 degrees. Okay, I can live with that. What does it take to make a... Oh. Probably got to do the mod. Now that I think about it. Smart canister. Yeah, tier 2. But otherwise... Otherwise, it's stuff easy. Easy peasy. Wow. Filling extra fast, I see. Extra fast. Some more carbon dioxide going in to the pipe, like I need more. What are we doing here? We're doing pretty good. 1.55 liter.
Air tank low.
Okay. Singing like canaries. Yeah, I gotta do something about that. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, you were gonna die and you didn't. Okay. Fern seeds, fern seeds. Oh, only one. drop that there. Well, the temperature in here is coming down, so that's good. Potato seeds. Okay. There we go. Just throw those there. And I guess another thing is, how much water we got here? 0.75 liters. That's fine. It's funny.
Air tank low.
Just make it go quiet. Go vacuum. You don't know. Okay. So this thing. Jeez. Still struggling. But we'll do that. Yeah, pressure's dangerously high. We know. Need the frames. Need the sheets. Got the tanks, got the pipes. I think we're ready to go. Yeah. Ready to go. Let's pop this out. Make sure I got a full battery. I will deal with the power problems soon. Okay. Let's... Okay, let's do that. Okay. It's gonna make it even more difficult to get out of here, I know. Let's chuck you there. You should be good for now. Let's drop you right there. Atmospherics. I'm almost okay with that. Go. Swap you out. Oh, right. Yeah, screwdriver. Pollutant. Tank. Works for me. And then this is realize this is uninsulated, but it doesn't matter. turn you on. And then just pull power off of that. Why did I have a feeling that was going to happen? Okay. Nope, I haven't. I'm on pre-terrain. Pre-terrain beta, because I could not get this base, oh god, working even with the conversion tools. I guess if I went into creative mode or something like that and kind of did a mole man thing, I might be able to make it work, but since I've never actually done the creative mode, it didn't seem like a very feasible choice for me. Okay, so at least I've got that to start bleeding off some of the pressure outside. Okay, there's that. Gold, iron, and silicon. There we are. Okay. Oh. I must be completely out of power. Yeah, look at that. Well, maybe I'll throw that over there just so I don't have to keep doing that. That might be feasible. Okay. Alright. What do I want to do? Really need a seed trader. I don't know if this guy actually had anything that I wanted. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've seen a lot on the Discord. And it's one of those things. Sure, it makes sense once you get there. I got one more tank of oxygen left in there. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. Go back to dumping heat. Trying to cool some steam. Did I? Oh, I didn't run any of this. Maybe it would be worthwhile. I can just shut you off because that doesn't matter. Alright, once I have actual power. Alright, there's one thing sticking up in the air. You know what? How about I just do this? Correct a couple of these things while we don't have any power anyway. Looks good. There's a lot that I need to do. Is this line going down any pressure? It is gone down, but that might just be from the addition of new pipe segments. Wow. Hour and a half trying to figure out the new deep ore mining stuff. Map. There we go. Words. Okay. Did I... Doesn't look like I ended up able to make any of these. Oh yeah, because I was completely out of power. Charge! I can make 5 of them. I don't necessarily need 5 at the moment. What is on pulling power off of this network. Would be my filter over here, my steam filter. Steam filter, oh, and this. Okay. So that's what's pulling power off of there. I gotta get my power sorted. Yeah, I wish the colors were a bit more intuitive. I remember when I did the ore scanner that goes on the tablet, I was completely confused by the colors because it's definitely not the same thing that shows up with the sensor lenses. Okay, do I just take my one charge and go? Maybe that's what I need to do. Go pick up some coal. Coal, and maybe if I get lucky, some iron. I guess I'll do that. So there's some coal here.
Hydration critical.
That's shiny. That's not coal. But there's some iron. Iron, silver, copper. Alright, here's some coal. Coal, nickel, gold. Bang. Alright. Wait for the winds to settle down. Ah. Alright. Okay, looks like we are not. Okay, so I should be able to just jump down here now. That was actually a pretty good spot. There's coal, silver, copper. All right, that looked pretty good. Very nice.
Power low.
Okay, there we go. Still not sure what's going on with my vertical channel,
Waste tank caution.
but we'll get there. Alright. Made a whole grid system for it so that I can be like, okay, I picked this spot and I'll be able to go there and it should be 100% different sectors. Open up deep miner tank and see what it is. Had to rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, yeah. I was wondering just how how easy it was going to interface with our existing system. Ooh, got some volatiles in there. Oh, it's because I'm doing some mixing. Which, I'm done mixing because I have no more volatiles. So now I should be making lots of steam. I see I've got a liter of water as far as steam goes. Oh, there we go. Okay. And this pressure should be going down too. Oh, actually, I don't think that filter's running. Oh, right. I'd imagine until this battery's full, it's not going to run. Right, that, yeah. That makes sense because the transformer will be taking power away from it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Getting into the depths on that one. Okay, so if I'm kind of happy where I am, maybe I should see about pulling in a new trader. One that might make more sense for me. Let's see. More copper. Got some silver. Oh, I see what I did. Fair amount of gold. I'm going to put the cobalt in there because I don't necessarily need that on me all the time. Same with lead. Okay. That works. Just chuck that there for now. Maybe I'll move that a little bit just so the doesn't interrupt the overlay. Is this my editor? It is. Aha. What's a labeler take? Iron and gold? It's almost tempting. Tool belt Mark II. Tier 2, yeah. Huh. Oh, silicon and silver are not white on the deep ore map, and gold is light blue. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Sure. Okay, how are we doing here? I don't feel that the pollutant has gone down at all. There we go. There's the 3 charges I need. Pick up, collect, collect. Okay. Made the mistake of attempting to arm it accidentally when I tried to pick it up once. Kind of scary. Fern seeds and potato seeds. Okay. Alright. Where do we go from here? Interesting. Dull yellow for 2/3 gold, 1/3 silver. That's waste tank. Waste tank caution. Okay. I really need to figure something out for that. Yeah, your temp's going up. Still feel like the pollutant's going up.
Health low.
Okay. There we go. It's actually losing temperature, as you would expect. So I'm pulling some out of there. What's the capacity in this? 6,000 liters, so... yeah, that won't be a problem. I really should have had a better thing for that. Hello, you! Do I want to buy any of your stuff? Technically speaking, I could buy some of this. Sell. What did you want? Carbon dioxide. Well, I'm gonna make that call. Gonna make that call. So I've limited the power coming in to one bank of wind turbines, which is kind of overkill for that filtration device, but interesting. Twitch doesn't let me put my phone to sleep and still have the Twitch screen play. That is fascinating. I'm not sure what would even cause that. Excuse me. All right. I'm also going to have to pull oxygen out of there at some point. Huh. Very interesting. I don't know what the difference would be. Doesn't seem like... to be honest, doesn't seem like there should be a difference between streams as far as putting your phone to sleep. God, I feel like I should go get more iron. That's probably my next bet. Did I just leave the steel there? Yeah, I did. Oh, that's 8. Okay, that's not going to do me any good. Not going to do me any good. IC10 filtration device can... actually, let's look at filtration. Oh, okay. Perfect. I might see about... writing some logic for these filtration devices. Oh, it's the electrum and solder for those. Gold is the problem here. Huh. Fascinating. Now it works. That's, no idea. No idea. Okay, you come here. Import. Alright, so alias. I actually don't need... I wonder...
Air tank low.
What am I... Okay. Okay. Do I want to do a pressure as well? I don't know. With the filtration, assuming mode 1 is active, mode 0 is idle. Okay. So load dB. No, load. Set greater than. If R15 is greater than input minimum. Set dB mode to R14. Should work. Export. Turn that off. So now, I ran out of power at the thing here. There we go.
Hunger caution.
You know what? Actually, I should make this for the steam. That's probably more important. Steam input. Export. There we go. So now I can go over here and oh, doesn't have any power. I'm assuming then that's fine. And I can only do one over there because I don't have enough of the good stuff. Air tank is too low, so I'm going to have to do this. I want to go feed coal into the system. So you know what? I might as well kick that on because I'm going to need it when I come back in. Still singing like a canary. There's coal. Come out over here just so I don't get sucked in.
Health critical.
It's singing! Yeah, having a known good dedicated ore spot's probably good. You know, I'm going to go ahead and fire that up so I can get another one. And we will... turn that off. Slug a little water. Ooh, nice. Okay, you are potato seed, you are potato seed. Potato seed, potato seed. 2 potatoes, 2 potatoes. I think I'm set on potatoes for now. I'm going to go ahead and throw the potato seeds down. And then eat a potato. Eat another potato. Oh man, these things barely use any water. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the day that uranium is useful. Even mildly useful. Very nice. I guess I can check the 722. I pulled a little bit of water out of there. Okay, yeah, I got a little bit of water. Oh, I see. I dropped the pressure. Very nice. Can't wait to get rid of the infernal racket over there.
Power low.
Just for now, we'll hit the mute button. Oh, uranium reactor. Oh, I'm certainly looking forward to that. Let's see, volatiles. Let's do the pollutant. Pollutant. Export that. There we go. So now I can go outside and shove that in and have something. So your incorrect logic type at line 10. Okay, well that didn't work. Huh. Well, fine. Would do that. It's not as cool. That was pollutant. Let's actually do that. Okay, we are active. This one will be pollutant. Ah, well, you said something. You said something about it, so now it's gonna not cooperate, I guess. Alright, that was not all the gold that is in there. Maybe. Oh, yes. That stupid thing. I'll deal with that later. So now this will help for the pollutant. Is there any steel? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's. Right, because all it is just the remainder of that. Okay, let's do this. Let's fill that up. I'm going to go and get some iron so I can make some steel. Get some irons, make some steel so I can put down some frames and actually start doing something useful with my spaghetti networks in here. And maybe if I'm lucky, I will find a seed trader. Space spices. I mean, it's possible. Oh, that's terrible. So it's got 90. Space spices. A little bit better. It's moderately better. I think that's enough to calm down, but it's about halfway there. Orbitron appliances. It's interesting that I can see that. And that I'm so spot on. Wow. That is unbelievably spot on. There we go. Ah, so close. There we go. Four megapascals. That's enough to do something with anyway. Okay. They are coming down. Temperature is probably okay because I'm not really loading it all that much. It's just a very small amount of steam left. So I will go ahead and switch these out and leave it running. Got my mining charges. I should grab my backpack. Because, oops. I'll probably need that. Alright, what are you? Oh, you're a convenience store. I mean, I could buy some soy oil. Ooh, rubbish. Yes! That is excellent. Because I can run that through the shredder, and I've got some mass that way. Biomass. And some extra money. Ooh, yeah. That'll get me some stuff. I really need a vending machine inside. Go. Okay, that was weird. There we go. And what do they want? I could do a little bit of that, but I'm not going to care. I'm happy with what I found. So now, before it gets too dark, let's go out and find some iron. So there's coal. Coal, copper. More copper, more silicon, gold. Nah, not gold. Nickel. Copper. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wait for the wind to die down there. Okay. Still going. Okay, everybody settle down. So, there we go.
Waste tank caution.
Yeah, there's that one. There's you. Got lots of iron ore. How we doing on waste tank? Doing okay. And then yes, right here. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. All right. I have a bright light shining from somewhere. Oh, that's the airlock. Good. I don't have.
Hydration critical.
Shh. Okay, there we go. So now we've got lots and lots and lots of stuff to do. Well, that's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and I know we need iron, so let's go ahead and chuck some of that in while we're waiting. Of course, there's still gold in there, so. Don't forget about this. It's actually probably not going to suck anything in. Yeah, because the pressure's too high. Okay. We'll suck out. Unfortunately, that'll be a lot of oxygen. Oh, wow. I don't like how many volatiles are in here. Okay. Okay. I must have stuck it in there before it was really truly ready. Hey, don't go in there. I'll start you up. I probably should make some chutes, right? I guess I gotta be a little bit careful about that, because, yeah.
Air tank low.
That'll get me started on that pretty well. Oh, I know why that's not. Okay. It makes sense because this is too high. It's not pulling out. Okay. Makes sense. Oh, that's up to full. Okay. I got some more coal. Should need a full air tank if I'm going to do that. And make some steel. Okay. Of course, I should have made sure that there was nothing in there, which thankfully there is not. Okay, one thing I want to check. Are you actually doing anything? I mean, you are. Probably need to do a volume pump coming out of it. That's probably what I really need to do. Okay, this is going in. I don't know what the electrolyzer uses for. There we go.
Waste tank caution.
That temperature is not all that impressive. Okay. that was not impressive.
Health low.
That missed. Gotta be careful about doing that. Okay, so now I know my problem is that pressure is too high. So with some volume pump and some putting the thing in, I should be able to actually start processing it a little bit faster. Silver. I know I need silver. Iron that didn't process because I wanted chutes. That's what I wanted. Three chutes. I can't remember if an inlet. Yeah, knew that was coming. Well, there goes the volatiles that I had there. No problem. It's fireflies. That's all it is. Okay, so okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, let's do it that way. There we go. Okay. There's that. Alright, let's see about putting that volume pump in. Okay. Volume pump that way. Of course, you don't have enough pressure. Pressure. You don't have enough anything else. You're there. Okay. There we go. We got our steel. Awesome. There we go. We got the steel that I needed. Now I can start making a room for my atmospherics. Let's take this. Frames. Let's let that run for a little while. Now that that pressure has gone down, I should be able to get in here. Okay. Turn that on. And there we go. Run it again. Okay. What are we at here? We're blue. Guess what? Dee-ba-da-ba-doo. Do-do-do-do. 0.3 liters. Okay. What I'm going to do is so the garden's going to be that way and maybe grow that way. The room for the atmospherics. Yeah, we'll start here. We'll start there. And of course, that's the end of that. See if I'm running you. Really, I need more mining charges. And you're powering down. Okay. That was going to be for the chutes, that's right. Can do is
Hunger caution.
okay. Something good. Okay. Power. Power is a thingy. Power is a thingy. Well, let's go ahead and slap this in here. And then we can go ahead and do this. Pop that open.
Health critical.
Blow that out. Okay. Eat a spadato. Eat more spadato. I got water in there. We're flowering. Okay, how are our ferns doing? Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Now I can do another pill. And then we're going to have...
Health low.
you know what? I'll just wait. I will just wait. 70 here. Point. Yeah, we're still doing great on water over here, as far as the plants are concerned. How is... Not exactly thrilled that there's a little bit of volatile in here. Not much water at all. You know what? I'll just drink it and throw it out. There we go. There might even be a sip left in there. Okay. Alright. My mood stinks. Oh yeah, I probably should have vented it out. That's what it is. That is what it is. Okay, I guess I should probably, since I need more power, go grab some coal from over here. I know there's some right over here. Woohoo! That's flying. Okay. There we go. A little bit there. You are essentially vacuumed out, so do that. Air tank low. There we go. Yeah, well, let's leave you running. Steel sheets. Yep. Need some more of those. Yeah, okay. So we'll do a room 2 by tall for the let's see, IC10 steel. I need to spit the steel out of here. The idea that I have, goodness. The electrolyzer needs one.
Air tank low.
Yeah. or the H2 combustor needs one. This filtration device should have one as well, or what ends up being that one. The volatiles aren't as important because I can do that by hand. Something to control the Sterlings would also be good. Alright, so I'm going to put this... So I got the one for the pollutant out there. I got the one for the steam in here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the one for oxygen in there, even though that's going to do nothing for us. Okay. So now this guy will theoretically shut down when there's no more oxygen to be fed. I think they all need a output fan. I'm just going to grab you. Okay, and a housing. So the idea is this is going to be for the Sterling. So the Sterling. Problem is, how do you read that there's an input? Well, I have housing, so that won't be too bad of a problem. Gonna need copper, copper and gold, and iron. Guarantee we need iron for the pipe analyzer. Oh, I need electrum for the analyzer. Fascinating. Okay, I need 2 of these at least. Possibly a third, I don't know. But we'll start with 2, because that's sensible. So for the Sterling control, let's see, define volume pump. So I might need to do that too at some point. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need this right now. But such. Oh. I need to be careful with that one. That one I need to be careful with. Okay, so the idea is we're going to load into our 15. It's going to be pressure, load R14. Set greater than 0, R14, R15. Set input pump on R14. Branch device not set D0 back to inet. And basically it'll just keep looping back if none of these are set, or all of them are not set. Okay, so we do that. So we're going to load R15 again with the output sensor pressure set greater than 0, R14 and R15, and then we're going to set output pump on R14. So essentially that's what it's going to do. If there's pressure in the input pipe, it'll turn on the input pump. And if there's pressure in the output, you know, I don't even need to do that. I don't even need an output sensor. Just the output pump. See if that'll be enough. Okay, branch greater than 0, R14, go back to main. Otherwise, we're actually going to sleep 5 seconds. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, that's not going to work in my case. You know, I think this will be fine. Okay. There we go. So now, I've got the housing, I've got the chip, I've got a sensor. I don't have nearly enough wire. Heavy cable, gold and copper. Throw you in there because we don't need you. I'm going to throw you guys down here for now too. We're probably pretty low on power. That's okay. What did I say I needed? Gold and copper. Let's go ahead and load this up. There we go. Now I can see. Gold and copper. It's actually a good amount for what I need. Don't have any power. That's a problem. That is a problem. Did I steal chips from somebody? Well, I know what that one is anyway. Was I going to write one for the volatiles? I don't think I was. I don't know. Heavy cable, that's what I was going to do. I could at least get it prepped, I suppose. Do need to do this first. That is quite toasty. Because I'm dumping heat over here? Yes, but no. No volatiles there, so... Again, back to this whole power issue. Well, temperature's going down. Technically, it's breathable. Let's go ahead and do that. Silicon, let's throw some silicon in.
Air tank low.
Oh, ironic. I thought you could actually split those. Alright. Air tank low. Waiting on this to fill up a little bit. I almost need to bring my solid generator in here.
Hydration critical.
So the idea is that that's going to be the roof, and then we're going to go down a level to have a second working, a little bit more space. Maybe I'll make some kind of pipe corridor coming down the center there. Okay. Have I taken some of the pressure out of that network? Actually, it looks like I've taken quite a bit of pressure out of there. As a matter of fact, most of it is carbon dioxide now. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, well, let's do that. Nope. Don't like that. That's my feet. I don't like people mining underneath my feet. Oh, come on. Come on. I've really got to come this far? That's pathetic. Pathetic, but that should be able to get me started. I left that open. Left that on. Okay, I need to print off the mining charges. I need to print off the heavy cable. Heavy cable. Get started. Mining charges. Nope. Mining charge. Get started. There we go. Alright, I am pretty happy with what's coming out. I need to almost need to do like a little buffer tank for the carbon dioxide and nitrogen. So we want this will be for the sensor for the Stirling, and that'll save me 400 watts. So I think those volume pumps run at 200 when they're running at full tilt, and if they're not doing anything, that's no good. One more. And do I want to go cable? I don't know if I want to go anything further in that. We're still charging. Really want to do an order up system too.
Air tank low.
Labeler. What's another thing? This thing could benefit. Well, trying to think how that could benefit. So with two devices, I could. Well, I don't know. Are we at vacuum? Looks like we might be at vacuum. Vacuum! Okay. Wonder if I could actually shove the wreckage in the recycler. And if it just deletes it, that'd be fine. Just deletes it? Okay. I'm fine with that. I don't have to chase it around. That's perfectly okay. And then there's the 3. Go ahead and put it back on the charge so I don't forget. There's charge, there's charge, there's charge. Now we can go out in the daylight anyway and mine up the next bit, which needs to be primarily iron. Printer mod. Tool printer mod requires Constantine, which needs copper and nickel. 50-50. Pressure, temperature. Ooh, temperature. Actually, I can make the Constantine now. So maybe I should grab some more nickel. Yeah, let's do that. What's another alloy? Invar. I'm actually I might be on the low side of that. Iron and nickel. But that might be good to grab. Yeah, okay. And then it's into other stuff. Yeah, that needs the advanced furnace. Well, yeah, look at that. Exactly. Needs the advanced furnace. I think all of them do. That's alright. Waspaloy at 1,000,000. Pascals. Okay, so constant tan and invar. Copper and nickel, 50-50. Iron and nickel, 50-50. So technically, if I do that, I could set it up. Set it up for that. The temperature concerns me, because I might not actually have that. But let's get the Sterling. Get the Sterling wired up, I think is what I'm wanting to do.
Air tank critical.
Air tank critical. Okay. We're good here. Alright, let's go get this sucker wired up. So, the inlet pipe. You know what? This will... Nope, that won't work. Okay, there's that. And then this wire into this. And then do that. Great time for that to go out. Okay. I need to label these, actually. Well, I guess yeah, okay. I probably don't need to. Just because this is input sensor, go to analyzer, input pump, and output pump. Okay, I take that back. I got actually a couple. So I do need that labeler. That's a problem. That is a large problem. That was a ridiculously large problem. And you know what? It's just not going to work. The labeler. Turn that off. Maybe get an ounce of power. Well, I know a big part of it's that. Let's snip this just so I can have a smidgen of power. Maybe actually be able to print off the labeler.
Hunger caution.
Shoot. Okay, never mind. Well, I guess since I need to... Well, there's daybreak. Well, I should put the microwave in here. Thriving towards fruiting. Alright, we're all seated. at this point, doing pretty good there. Potato seeds. Water! How much water? Not much. But it might wet my whistle. Yeah, it'll wet my whistle. Yeah, so the biggest thing is I need to go out and get coal out the wazoo. Hitting nickel would probably be good. Yeah, but coal for power. Coal for power, I'll take 4,000 watts off the one transformer or something. Or reroute the wiring would actually be a better idea. But oh, yeah, my light went out. I need a seed trader. That's what I need. The seed trader. Okay, ready to go.
Hydration critical.
Seed trader. Yeah, let's do that. Good. Okay, we need coal and nickel. Got this way. Coal and nickel. So there's... Okay. These two holes were pretty close together. Whoa. Okay, there we go. There's the lines. We good? Okay, we're settled here anyway. There wasn't as much coal there as I was hoping, but it's fine. It's a fair amount of nickel. Okay, there's that. That looks good. Was this the other hole, or this is a old hole? Here's the new hole. That was... Okay, so we got... more copper. All right. It's pretty good. That'll work. So I got most of what I needed for the nickel. Go ahead and do that. Print off the labeler. Very nice. One more patch of nickel will be good for those alloys. Let's print off the labeler. And start printing those off. You need a small battery, but you know what? We can... There we go. Do that. Okay. I don't want to run and leave that running rogue. Okay. Oh man. I feel like I'm not getting a lot done today. Power is a major issue. What are those actual big guys? I think it goes up to 20,000. Kit requires the electronics printer and quite a bit of steel, but the printer mod. Yeah, so Constantan, Invar, we can do that. Alright, now I can be content to run outside and hopefully get stuff labeled. So, input pump. Output pump. Pump! Okay, there's that. And then pop this. We need the input pump and the output pump. Pipe analyzer, right? Oh. I may not have updated the code that I don't need that fourth one. That's what's going on here. Brrr, silly me. Yep. D3 not needed. There. So that ought to make a big difference on my Stirling engine system. Okay, those are off. That's off. Very good. And then I can probably even do an additional where I control the electrolyzer using that. I might do that. Save some more power. 'Cause there's no sense. I keep calling it the electrolyzer, but there's no sense in having the H2 combustor running full tilt all the time. Okay. Why? Trying to figure out where's the part of pollutant coming in. There's the steam running. Alright, let's crank that a little bit. Alright, we'll do that. Call that part there good. Yeah, let's write the code for the combustor. And in this case, there's that. Okay, we're going to load the combustor.
Hunger caution.
Pressure input. Set greater than 0 R14. In this case, we will set combustor mode bustor, not buster. Yeah, active, same. Okay. Go, combust. Or, there we go. That'll work. And I can actually export that and slap it in. Very, very nice. That'll work. Air tank. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap out the air tank. Just so I can go up there and slap that in. A lot of wasted trips outside, but... because you're running right now, it's not going to show it off. But that should have cut the power usage to that immensely. Okay. And then I'm going to decrease you to something like that. Yeah, so there's no pollutant. There's pollutant. Alright. That'll work. That works very nicely, in fact.
Waste tank caution.
Yeah, waste tank caution. Very nice.
Health critical.
Health critical. Oh no, I need more. Need more water. Which, I don't think I'm quite ready to have more water. Temperature's there. Let's fill this up. I'm going to have to do something about the oxygen situation. I'm going to turn you on. I'm going to have you spit out what you've got right now. Make sure there's nobody. Yeah. Okay. Make sure before I croak that I'm where I need to be. Because I have a feeling I will croak. There we go. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I guess it is going to take long. Alright. Let's pop that off, pop that off. Stop that. Pop it off. Turn it off. Okay. Yeah. Yep, okay. That'll be another one. Did I waste a potato? I could waste a potato. We are not yet seated. That's okay. How are we doing as far as water goes? Water's doing pretty good. Probably want to make sure that I dump some in here in a bit. CO2 is getting low. I do need to figure that out. It's probably the next. So this whole room has about 80 mole worth of CO2. So I've got like literally an hour left. So what I really need is a seed trader to get me switchgrass, and that will give me a phenomenal amount of biomass. Should be good. Be very good. So we are almost there, and if I do things right, I shouldn't have too much of a problem. Ready, ready, ready. Let's pile on. Oh, I should have taken off more clothes. There we go. There. Now I got a naked body. Drop in the corner. All right. Reclone. There we go. Starting fresh. Three, 4, 6. Click. There we go. Okay. It's ridiculous.
Air tank low.
Air tank low. Okay. Pick up, collect, collect. All right. So I do need to have an air handling system on that. What do I need? I need more nickel. And then Maybe some coal. Yeah. Nickel and coal. So we'll go over here. Okay, there's more. Maybe? Alright, how are we doing for airflow over here? I don't see any problems. That was rather on the pathetic side. This should be... Oh man, I almost got into some uranium. Okay, some silver. Some more iron. Did wrap up the nickel, so... Oh, cool. Got some uranium. Oops. Don't care about that. Fair amount of that. Okay, fine. And then where was the other? Right up here. Some silicon. Okay, we're... Ooh, yeah, there we go. We got some... Got a fair amount of coal. Alright. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Very nice. I've got all the nickel I need. Got silver, probably all I will need. What do we got? We're dead there, so let's just go ahead and throw a full stack of coal in. And... Constantan, 20 megapascals. Invar, 20 megapascals. Iron and nickel. So, copper and nickel. Okay. We are processing. Temperature's terrible. That was the Constantan, which I really do need. So 20 megapascals at 1 kilokelvin. Mask 1 kilokelvin. Hopefully I'll get up there. Wait, what? Why? What? I gotta say that I'm a little confused at that. So apparently there is a flow rate. It's not exactly what I was expecting to see. "20 megapascals, 1 kilo, 1 kilokelvin." Okay. There's Constantine. Alright. Now, Invar, you need hotter. I don't think that's good. I'm going to be able to do that, right?
Waste tank caution.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and fire that up. So I need to work on that a bit. But I have Constantine, so I can start printing off printer mods. So maybe I can do that. Printer mods, here I come. Mod, electronic printer mod. Electrum solder steel. Steel would be over here. There it is. Electronics printer mod. Let's come down here. Grab the charcoal. So I can grab this before it shoots out, falls down. It just turned off. I just missed it. Okay. Will it stack? Yes, it does. Put that out there. So now I should have a fair amount of frick. Okay. That did kind of scare me. Let's go ahead and put crap. Let's grab this chip because I need to read that. I'll put that back in. Oh, I need another water filter. Okay, edit. You're going to be volatiles input. Export. Turn you off. And we'll slam you in there. But that does need 2 water filters. So what I'm going to do. What's it take? Constantine and silver. Technically, I could make a better filter, but we're not doing that right now. How we doing? We're still doing. Okay. Water filter. And then a filter. And you're doing 93%, you're good. You're 0%, so I need some oxygen filters as well. Okay. Oxygen and oxygen. Throw that there, and a carbon dioxide filter. There we go. There we go. Auto lathe, printer mod. Then pipe bender, printer mod. Okay. Okay, there we go. This should be just pure iron. All right. Maybe that's a good idea. We're good to go. You should be idle. Let's go ahead and do some mixing, I think. Yeah, I think we're good to do some mixing. I don't know why that's so rich on volatiles. So last thing I want is volatiles in my output stream here. Steam is going up. Okay, that's good.
Air tank low.
Is steam going up? $32 mole. Okay. The temperature is going to be a thing here soon. If you... That's going to be a problem. I guess... Make sure the temperature doesn't go out of control. Yeah, that pressure's coming up.
Hydration critical.
Oh, I know what it is. It's because I didn't set... It's because the combustor isn't actually plugged in. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Oxygen's gonna be a problem. Okay, let's rewrite that code then. I think that's the end of the printer mods. Tool manufactory. That's right, need that printer mod. Okay, now edit. Let's import. Set branch device not set combustor, jump back to main. That's how we'll do it. Okay, branch device not set. Device 0, which is input sensor. Jump to main 2. Main 2. There. So technically, that'll work. Either way. So now I do not need to anything fancy. Okay, you're going. There we go, that's leveled out. You are going to be hotter than a son of a gun. There's a liter of water in there. You're idle active, idle active, idle active. Where's the volatiles coming from? Alright, that's going to be the output off of the combustor that is running volatile rich. You're steaming. Alright. Let's see if we have a seed trader. That's a... That is not a seed trader. That is a steam trader, I'm assuming. Okay, and then as long as you've got oxygen, you're going to... Ooh. 45 megapascals. Why? Oh, because of the carbon dioxide. I really got to figure something out with that. Okay. So that is the end of the mods. Okay. Tool belt 2. Iron and constant tan. Yes. Miss Constantan.
Air tank low.
There's the iron. Well. Tool belt Mark II. Very nice. Mining belt Mark II needs steel. Okay, so here's there we go. Tool, 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 tool. Throw that in there. Very good. Regular old tool belt. Alright, let's turn this off for now. Mining belt. Not going to have any of that for a while. Is there any other, I mean, the arc welder probably would be very nice. That does require in-bar, which I do not have. I think actually, why if I'm going to make it, why wouldn't I do a Mark II arc welder? Is there any other Mark II mining drill? Copper and electrum? I could do that. I could do that. Copper and electrum. The electrum's right there, and copper's right there. And I completely forgot what I was thinking. Mark II mining drill? Sure. Actually, I'll make some Mark II duct tape too. Mark II mining drill. Do that. Mark II duct tape. Guess where that's going? You might come in handy somewhere else. And then,
Health low.
how are we doing here? Yeah, let's go. It's a little warm. Five. Okay. Mining belt. There we go. We have upgraded. I can now hold some of the random pieces in there. There we go. Okay. That's very nice. Even new. Okay. All right. Looks like I actually have a surplus of volatiles where I'm lacking in oxygen. So there we go. So I probably need to have some kind of sensor on this pipe over here.
Air tank low.
Which, yeah, I can do that. I have one printed off. So this can actually do me a few functions. So this is going into the room. This is the AC we don't care about. Yeah, alright, well it's there. Greenhouse sensor. So that'll let me pull in carbon dioxide. Let me pull out oxygen. Okay. Pressure's high because of the carbon dioxide. Temperature sucks. Let's see. Got 1.5 liters there. Half a liter there. So about 2 liters of water total here.
Hunger caution.
So I need to consider it's actually kind of toasty. Not exactly sure why you're so warm, to be honest.
Temperature high.
Didn't say temperature critical though. There's 25. It's enough to get me 2 ferns. Or two pills. Oh, I know. It's because, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what the problem is.
Air tank low.
I know exactly what the problem is. I overloaded my cooling system is what that is. And it may have just killed off all those plants. So, first thing I need to do is to stop dumping heat into the oxygen, for one. And then another thing would be to put some oxygen in my tank. This could be problematic. It's problematic. And I can't really easily go out and throw the solid generator online. I really should have a way to be able to feed him from inside. Or did I already throw that in there? May have. Yeah, that is a problem.
Air tank critical.
Yeah, I'll say this is quite a bit of a problem, actually. And of course,
Air tank low.
you know what? I think we'll just let that come down. I'm gonna chill in the greenhouse for a little while. I'll think is the key. So it's hot, but
Temperature high.
temperature high. But temperature is not critical.
Health critical.
Water might be a problem. Oh yeah, water is a problem. That's alright. Well, maybe we can leave it there for now. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. We updated some of our tools, got our Constantan made, setting our eyes on Invar. Of course, need the temperature more than anything. So that's the big task there. So didn't work out quite. Yeah, that's a problem. So yeah, we'll call it there for the night. It's a little bit of improvement. I guess it looks like we'll have 2 deaths here, maybe, because I don't think they. Yeah, this isn't going to be ready anytime soon. So I need to work on the cooling system. It looks like need to work on the cooling system. But what you gonna do? So anyway, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next time. And maybe we'll do something about these singing pipes.